Welcome to my YouTube channel. This video is going to be on the European Super League. As you all are aware, Sunday night, the European Super League was founded by the Real Madrid president, Florentino Perez, and there are 12 founding members, 3 from Spain, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Atletico Madrid, 3 from Italy, Juventus, Inter Milan and AC Milan, and the 6 big clubs from England, Manchester United, Manchester City, Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea and Tottenham Hotspur. The Super League, they are hoping to start in August and finish in May. They want to start it next season. There will be 3 other teams that will become founding members that we don't know of yet. 5 other teams would also qualify, so a total of 20 teams. These would be split into 2 groups of 10, playing 9 teams twice, home and away, so 18 group games. The top 3 from each group would then automatically qualify for the quarterfinals, and 4th place and 5th place would play a 2-legged game to decide the other 2 teams that would make the quarterfinals, and then you would have a 2-legged quarterfinal, semi-final and a final at a neutral venue. What are my thoughts on this? Well, I'm disgusted. I think this devalues football as a whole. I think it devalues the football clubs. I think it devalues the supporters of the football clubs. It devalues all the competitions that are currently played. And for what? For greed, for more money. And it's not sport, and it's certainly not about the supporters of these football clubs, because these football clubs don't care. They don't care about the other 14 clubs in the Premier League. They don't care about the 72 Football League clubs, and they don't care about non-league clubs or your local town or village clubs. They just want to make more money. The rich get richer and the poorer get poorer, and they feel like they have a divine right that they are the only 12 clubs in the world that should make money in football, and that they are the only 12 clubs in world football that should win any trophy, and none of the other clubs in the world are entitled to make money, and they're not entitled to win any trophies. They are prepared to destroy 150 years plus of football and its competitions, the history, the prestige, and I think it's disgusting. And you know what now goes on with our football, because UEFA have come out and said that these teams will be suspended or banned from playing in their domestic leagues next season, that they will be banned from playing in the UEFA Champions League, the UEFA Europa League, and that any player that participates in this Super League will be banned from playing for their country in the European Championships this summer and the FIFA World Cup in Qatar in 2022. Which I think is a bit harsh, because it's not the managers, it's not the players' fault, it's not the supporters. You know, the only people that have had these discussions are the owners of these football clubs. So I find the international thing a little bit harsh, but I do agree with all the other sanctions that they want to bring in. There is a meeting tomorrow morning with the 14 other Premier League clubs. Personally, I hope that those 14 clubs vote them out tomorrow and they take no further part in the Premier League this season, that the FA Cup is handed to Leicester City, that the League Cup should be, null and void, and that the teams are kicked out of the Champions League and the Europa League. We have to make a stand, or football has to make a stand. Because even if this European Super League doesn't go ahead, those 12 clubs still thought about this. They wanted to leave. So let them leave. They made their bed, lie in it. Because if we allow them to dictate what goes on and when it goes on, and we allow them back, that just shows that the rest of football is a pushover, and that those 12 clubs can still dictate what goes on and when. And, this Super League has been talked about since like 1992, and it will carry on until they get their own way. So I hope they're kicked out. I feel for the supporters, because, the supporters are working class people that work their backside off all week to earn money to put into their football club and support their football club. And it's being taken away from them. Yes, there is worldwide supporters, but this is why we have pre-season tours. This is why, people can travel to different countries and watch their teams play, if so. So why do we need this European Super League? And football to me is a huge part of my life. I'm passionate about it. And as an Everton supporter, and I also support Swindon Town, I've hardly ever seen my teams ever win a trophy. I've seen Swindon Town lift 2 league titles in my lifetime, and I've never seen Everton win a trophy. But I live for those moments when Everton beat Manchester City or beat any of those top clubs. I get this ecstatic feeling when we beat them. If it's belief and hope that Everton might win the FA Cup or the League Cup, or that we might get European football one day. They're dreams. And I want to see those dreams come true. I have hope. I believe in that. And if that ever happens, I would be absolutely delirious. And as a Swindon fan in the lower leagues, I want to see us get promoted. I believe that one day we can get back to the Premier League. I dream about that. Even through the bad times, when Everton have survived on the last day of a season, I feel ecstatic. If Swindon survive a relegation battle, I'm ecstatic. It's about memories, and it's not just for my clubs or your clubs, it's special moments within football. Like when Manchester United beat Bayern Munich 2-1 in the Champions League final in injury time. When Leicester City won the Premier League title. when Arsenal were 4-0 up against Newcastle and Newcastle came back and drew 4-4. It's moments like that in football. And football is a generational thing. I've gone to football with my granddad. I've gone to football with my dad. I've gone to football with my son. I hope in the future, if my son has children, he takes them to football. So, I go to football with my friends. I sit in a pub and have a pint of beer. And although me and my friends support different football clubs, we sit there and, we argue and we slag each other's teams off and we debate about the matches, not just, my team and my mate's team, but we debate the whole Saturday's football or the whole Sunday's football. We do, a lot of fans do YouTube channels and podcasts and Facebook videos talking about football because it's their passion. Football means everything to us supporters, And what about the players? I know they earn lots of money, but they have dreams and hopes that they play at the highest level in the Premier League, that they're playing the Champions League, that they lift those trophies, that they play for their country, that they play at a World Cup or lift the World Cup, or score a goal at a World Cup or whatever. That is what football's about. And football's about a community coming together. And through this coronavirus pandemic, football has helped a lot of people when there hasn't been a lot else in life. And people like me who have struggled mentally with mental health and depression, football can be that spark that gives you something to look forward to, gives you something to enjoy. Whether it's a good moment or bad moment in football, it's what we live for every day. And for me, there's just too much greed and there's too much money in football. And, maybe there needs to be a reform and a restructure of the leagues and the competitions, and how the money is distributed as well. Fair enough, but to throw away all the history and prestige of football and its competitions to go and, play in a rich super duper league and sod everyone else. It's selfish, it's self-centered. And I'm one for in life that no one is better than anyone in life. I think everybody has the ability to be good at something. I believe that everybody should have the same opportunities. I don't care what race you are, what religion you are, what sexuality you are, whether you're from a rich background or a poor background. Everybody deserves the same opportunity in life to make it, to reach the top, But these 12 football clubs seems to think that, they're king of the jungle and everyone else will do what they tell them. Well, not for me, And I'm really considering, do I really want to watch the top 6 in England anymore? Do I want to watch Chelsea against Brighton tomorrow? Do I want to watch Tottenham against Southampton on Wednesday? Do I want to watch the League Cup final on Sunday? Maybe I probably will watch it because I love football, but I want Brighton to smash Chelsea tomorrow. I want Southampton to smash Tottenham. Do I care who wins the League Cup final out of Man City and Spurs now? Why? Because it doesn't matter to you next year because you won't be in it. I hope Leicester City smash Chelsea in that FA Cup final. What is just going on with football? And another point, I watched Sky Sports tonight. I watched Gary Neville and Jamie Carragher talk, and I like both of them as pundits. I think they're great analysts of the game, and they have a lot to give to football and great opinions, don't get me wrong. But Sky Sports started this so-called Big Six. You know, where was Gary Neville when Bury needed help? You know, Bury were going out of business. They've no longer got a football club. I didn't see any of the Premier League or the pundits or Sky or BT Sport offering to help them out and keep them in the Football League. No, they allowed Bury to go out of business and expelled from the Football League. And Gary Neville, if you look at Salford City, you know, is trying to buy his way up the leagues. You know, and in the next few years, I think Salford will be a championship club and eventually will get to the Premier League because they've got the money. So they're a bit hypocritical as well, you know. But I don't want this European Super League to happen, but I think it will happen. That's my thoughts on it. I would love to hear your thoughts on it. Yeah, and thank you for listening to this video and watching it, and let me know your thoughts on the European Super League and what you think should happen to those clubs. And thank you.